Forget everything you think you know about quaint, romantic Parisian taverns. Forget the cozy corners, the sparkling conversation, the artistic inspiration. The reality, especially in the mid-19th century, was something far darker, far grittier. Tonight, we're not visiting the charming cafes of the boulevards. We're going to the taverns, the raw, beating heart of working-class Paris after dark. As the sun sets, the city changes, the elegant facades recede, and the Paris of laborers and dock workers takes over. The streets grow narrow, damp from the day's filth, slick under the weak, flickering glow of new gas lamps. Down near the markets, by the river docks, you'll find them. There are no fancy signs, just a simple painted board, maybe a lantern. The door is open, spilling a chaotic mix of noise, smoke, and oppressive heat onto the cold street. This isn't an invitation. It's a warning. Step inside. The air is thick enough to taste a foul blend of stale wine, sweat, unwashed bodies, and pipe smoke. Don't look down, or you'll notice the floor, sticky with spilled drink and grime. The tables are rough wood, scarred with knife marks and countless spills. The chairs are mismatched, unstable. This is not a place for comfort or relaxation. It's a functional space, built for one purpose, drinking, and the drinking is serious. Forget fine vintages, here the wine is cheap, often watered down and acidic, served in cloudy glasses. The spirits are harsh, burning their way down your throat. The beer is heavy and bitter. Drinks aren't sipped. They're slammed down. The goal isn't taste. It's oblivion. A quick escape from the brutal reality of a day spent hauling cargo or working in a factory. Cleanliness isn't expected. Endurance is look around. The room is packed, almost exclusively with men. These are the faces of manual labor. Dock workers with calloused hands. Porters with broad shoulders, carriage drivers smelling of the street. They stand close, their bodies crammed together, their voices loud and aggressive. This is a refuge from the street, but it's not a safe one. Being here is a declaration of toughness. You don't come here to be gentle. You come here to prove you can handle it. Any sign of weakness is immediately noticed, and often tested. The sound is a constant assault. It's not the pleasant hum of conversation. It's a roar of shouting, rough laughter that sounds more like a threat. The sharp crack of a glass slammed on a table, the scrape of a chair on the floor. Arguments flare up in an instant, often over nothing, and die down just as quickly. But the tension never really leaves. The air is always charged with the possibility of violence. Fights are common. They erupt over a spilled drink, a disputed debt, a perceived insult. It's quick, brutal, and personal. Sometimes it's just a shove and a shout, but often it becomes a flurry of fists. The tavern keeper might intervene if it threatens his business too much, but mostly, disputes are settled right here, among the patrons. There's no official law in this room. There's only a raw, informal justice enforced by presence, reputation, and the willingness to use force. In the corners, other business is being conducted. Illegal games of dice and cards are played out in the open, money passing quickly from hand to hand. Bets are made, fortunes won and lost in minutes. These games are a major source of conflict. A dispute over winnings can easily escalate, adding another layer of danger to the already volatile atmosphere. The establishment tolerates it because it brings in customers and keeps the money flowing. Where are the women? They aren't here. A respectable woman would never set foot in a place like this. The tavern is a fiercely masculine domain, a place for men to shed the constraints of society, to be loud, aggressive, and unguarded. It's where hierarchies are established, not by birth or wealth, but by physical strength and grit. It's a social space, but a brutal one. It's a community, but a dangerous one. This isn't a romanticized past. The lighting is harsh and uneven, casting deep, heavy shadows that hide as much as they reveal. The camera doesn't linger on smiling faces. It captures the tension in a man's jaw, the wariness in his eyes. You, the viewer, should feel on edge, aware that this is a place where you don't belong, where staying too long is a gamble. When the night ends, or when a man's money runs out, he is pushed back out into the dark streets, either to stumble home or to find a place to sleep before another grueling day begins. The tavern wasn't a place of leisure or community in the way we imagine today. It was a crucible. It was a place to drink hard, to prove your worth in a world that constantly tried to crush you, to settle scores, and, above all, to endure. It was a vital part of survival for thousands of men. A grim testament to the harshness of life in 19th-century Paris. This is how life was truly lived. Not in the grand salons, but here, in the smoke and the noise of the city's underbelly. If you want to uncover more real stories from the past, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.